what? It seems like there is no sound. You might have noticed that I was not online at 8 p.m. as I usually am. You know why? I didn't hit go live. Don't. I know. But today I'm actually kind of stoked because I had a epiphany this morning. I had a major insight just before going live right now, and it all ties into what we're going to show in the video today, because in 2018 my version of myself was onto something quite big that I really did not understand the significance of back then. But as we've grown, as we have developed this journey and gotten to this place, I've seen that everything kind of led to something, right? And in this video, we're going to talk about the power to say no and what that means. So I will play this video, and then I'm going to offer some reflections afterwards, some insights from what I see this as right now. And I think it's going to be good. I wanted to do this beforehand, just start shouting off these things as I see them. But let's see the video first, and then you be the judge. Offer your insights in the chat if you will, and then I hope you enjoy. Let's do this.
Cinnamon. I got cinnamon in my throat. That was not a pleasant feeling at all. Whoop. So, today we are 10% into this goal of ours. Into the goal, into the journey, into the adventure, into the challenge. Damn! And I've seen that. Oh, you're a stupid guy, aren't you? You're not all there, are you? People. So there has been ups and there has been downs, and it's already just been a week. I mean, that is a testament to how much could happen in 1 week, or just 10 days. It's insane. So I've been trying to up the ante on the back end, and I'm sorry that you haven't seen that. I'm trying to make everything more structured within the within the videos themselves. And did you see that logo or the title, the intro? Do you have any idea how long it takes to render something like that? Tried to say nice thoughts, positive thoughts. Okay, it takes a long time to render something like that because individual particles and stuff takes a long time. But I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm not sure if you saw that it represents our goal right now, which means I have to render it again at some point, because the blot behind there is a world map, which is what we're going for. Do I have a cinnamon? Yeah, I have cinnamon in my teeth. But there is toothpicks. You know that all of this started because I wanted to prove that it is possible, if you set your mind to it, to reach a goal without necessarily having the funds at all, right? There's more to it than that. There's more to it. Because making money is one thing. You can make money from a lot of stuff. What is wrong with my words lately? I can't speak. So there's a lot of things you can do to make money online. I mean, it's the internet. It's the world at your fingertips. And I got offered 2 things actually. I could sell stuff for way less than they were worth and make a few bucks on that. And someone asked me to start something with them, which was potentially, I mean, I can, yeah, sure, there's a lot of money in it. Kinda. I mean, if you do it right. But it didn't align with what we're trying to do here, this challenge, the freedom of it all, and it didn't sit right, you know. So just being able to say no when it doesn't feel right, not only is it extremely liberating, because I mean, it feels good to say no to something that you would definitely say yes to just a few months ahead, or a few months prior. But it tells something about yourself too. You know, you see this whole different side of you if you have never done that before, and all of a sudden you're able to say no to something that you could make a few bucks, not just a few. You could actually make a lot of money on it. That felt awesome. That felt great. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. Just know your worth. Know your worth. Don't just do something just to get something, you know? Don't just do. Yeah, I mean, it's a means to an end. This whole journey and adventure and challenge and everything, and money is needed to do so, but integrity and honesty towards yourself is also something that, well, in my opinion, is very valuable. Coming up on the storm. The storm fucked up a lot of stuff. Look at this. I mean, there's trees and stuff, debris all over the place. That's what I wanted to say to you today. I'm gonna go pick up my son, and then I'm gonna introduce you to him properly, not just in singing. So I'll see you in a bit.
2 hours later.
All right, and we're back after some drama and some manipulation. Ja, trädet. That means the tree fell. Yeah. I'm gonna try to subtitle some of the things that I speak about so that you actually understand what I'm saying when I'm speaking in Norwegian, which is a primitive, savage language. I'm gonna try to remember that. There's a lot of work in subtitling something like that. Okay, so that's my son. Formally introducing my son. He's still wearing the same Spider-Man hat. He loves Spider-Man. Just loves it. Kan du säga hej till kamera? Hilsa till dig. Och hilsa. What? And he's too important to say hello. That's nice. That's nice. So, I think we have covered what I wanted to cover in this video. There is not much more. Stay true to yourself and don't follow the money, more or less, I guess. Don't do things that you will regret or feel bad about if it's just to get that quick buck. Because everyone can do that. It's just how far are you willing to go to actually live out your dreams? And I asked my coach, he agrees. Of course he agrees. I feel like I've inherited his mindset. Pablo, I've inherited your mindset. So I'm thinking totally different now. Totally different. And tomorrow I think I'm gonna speak a little bit about him, because I think he needs some introductory Like my son, he needs to be introduced properly before we do the whole episode with the talk where he is actually on the episode. So we'll do that. And then until then, I will hope that you have a great day, an awesome day, a fantastic day. He's like, why are you talking to that phone? It's a phone today, by the way. Yeah, that's about it. Have a great one. Bye.
I got nostalgic there for a second. Few things. I was still kind of talking about myself in marketing and in humanity in general. Don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about, like, exclusively about yourself. I was talking about our goal. I was talking about where I was going, how long it took to render that intro, all that stuff, which is kind of useless for the people watching. Wouldn't you agree? There was a few things, though, on the end. Like, I'm glad that my son had his face covered and that he was young. Because for some reason, this past few years, I've been really conscious about what I'm sharing about my son and my daughter. Simply because they don't know the impact that has. I don't know the impact that has by showing something online, which is very interesting to see. I also had that kind of slight temper in me, which is also very interesting. But I said that I wanted to introduce my coach and that I had inherited his mindset. That is huge. That is huge because I had already started to kind of become aware. So when you get aware of what you're talking about and what you're thinking about and how you're interacting with people, then you start to see things a little differently because you start to stop yourself. You know? It's like you catch yourself saying something and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Get back in there, you filthy little ant. Automatic negative thought. Partnerships. Talked a lot about money. Thing was, back then, I had already started to see some people wanting to work with me, which is huge when you're just starting out. It's like one of those things that almost cements your destiny. It's like, it's just confirming everything. When someone wants to work with you, you get this high that can't be explained. And I said no, because it was just for pure money. I saw that in the video. I had problems saying that. I had problems, big difficulties, saying that just say no, because it was not easy. It was hard as fuck, and I was still trying to figure out, should I go back? Should I go back and say yes? The reason I said it on the video is just to prove and just put that period down that no, I will not. Because here's the thing. When you start to say no, first of all, you're freeing up a lot of energy. A lot. You're clearing off energy. Because let's say that you have someone wanting to share something with you. Let's say a partnership. Let's say someone came to you and they started to offer you all the things that you wanted. The only thing that you had to do was offer your time. You had to put in your time and your effort and your skills, and you had to do that for a long period of time, and then you'll be rewarded, right? Now, if you do that, you will focus and you'll put your soul into it for a long time. And if you think that the person has your best interest at heart, and they turn out to not have that, then after that happening, I don't know, a lot of times, you start to doubt humanity, and you start to see that you are gullible, and that then you start thinking that you are gullible, and that you are just one that goes with the flow and just do things out of survival, and that is not good, because all of a sudden, you see that your energy was spent on a lot of things that could have been done on you. It's like, put your oxygen mask on first, and then you can start helping other people, right? You can't offer something that you don't have over a sustained period of time and then expect something to happen that will benefit you. It won't happen. And I'm speaking from experience because I've seen my family being hurt by this more times than I care to admit. Simply because I was gullible. I thought that I had something going. I actually, if I go into some friends of mine now and I say, it happened. Today it happened. Something big happened today. Expect greatness. All that stuff. They won't believe me because I have gone through that so many times. It took years until I started to work in the shadows and just started to do things for myself and with the people that I worked with. And then I shared the results after it happened. Which is, it's weird that it took so many years to kind of see that. That when you just completely repeat yourself, then when and if you get betrayed, it's not just you that suffer the consequences. It's the people that is around you that counts on what you say. And that sucks. That sucks hard. So saying no to quick fixes, quick wins, these knights in shining armor coming out of the shadows trying to help you out, really contemplate, really think and reflect. Is this something that you want to follow? Because if it is for you and the people you love, then you should be the one creating it. And then you should have a team. That's cool. Have partners and teams and co-workers and people who helps you get there as a common goal that it will benefit them as well. But don't do something just for the quick fix. It will never end right. And then you have the no to friendship. You see, I posted a video, or I posted a Facebook post today that said that if you chase friends, you're not going to find friends. Actually, they're going to elude you because you're searching for something. But if you go for what you want to achieve, if you follow a goal, if you follow a dream, then you will meet people along that path. And if you are working with them, friendship will become a side effect of the things that you're creating together. So it's like, don't focus on friendship. It's like saying no to friendship in order to focus on working on your goals and your visions and your values. And then that will just happen as a side effect. I'm trying to tell this to so many clients at the moment. People who are scared because of the situation that we're in, who don't know what to do, and they're saying that, what should we do about this? How can we fix this? What if this happens? Don't care. Don't worry. Let's say that you're worried about some ingredient in a Burger King fry. You know, we know that they are using pesticides and stuff. And they have to air out these things for 6 weeks before they can actually handle them with humans. And if I was to say, Burger King, you should stop creating these things, that wouldn't work, would it? It would be like an ant trying to move a human. But if that ant had any possibility of just focusing on themselves to become as big as a human, then they could start to do something. But focus on themselves first. Focus on building the resources so that you actually do something about the problem first. If you're one person focusing on the problem, no matter what kind of a problem it is, global, current, or not, you won't do anything but focusing on the problems. If you do, however, focus on your thoughts, your emotions, what good you can provide the world, and what you can give to others in the form of value and love, then the things that you want to achieve will just come as a side effect. It's like when you're trying to get friends. Focusing, building something, and they will come as a side effect. Focus on the good, and everything that you want to achieve will come as a side effect. Don't focus on the negative. Try to stay away from the negative. Don't get involved in the news. Don't get involved in all the propaganda and the statistics and all that shit. Fear is the hype. Right? There is nothing to fear but fear itself. There is so much truth to that. If you focus on something that should make you control fear, then you're in a bigger, much bigger position to actually do something about the fear in the long run, afterwards, when you are ready. So, on that note, I work with a lot of clients who wants to create their freedom, right? And that's the fear. The fear of creating something that they don't think that they can. The fear of putting themselves out there. The fear of not being enough. The fear of what others would say. The fear of what if it wasn't perfect the first time. The fear of what happens if it fails. All those things. I have one very big tip for you. A huge tip. You see, the 100-day challenge changed my life completely. And there's a very big difference. Difference? No. There's a very big reason as to why that is. Because I was documenting everything. And back then, the video you just saw was me trying to become something. I wasn't there yet. I was still trying to become something that I wanted to be. So I was watching the other people. But as I was documenting this and putting that out there and committing to myself to put out that video every fucking day, no matter what the fuck happened, something changed. I did not know back then that I would lose my family. I did not know back then that I would face the hardest days of my life. Yet I continued to document it. The clue is to document this. You don't have to upload it. You don't have to show it to anyone. But if you document the pain that you are feeling right now, because if you're feeling pain right now, I want you to consider something. You are living in 2021, or let's say that you're watching this in 2015 or 2051. I don't know what the future is going to hold, but right now is 2021 and it's the era of information. It's where people go online to find a problem that can be fixed or find a solution to their problem. And the bigger problem you solve, the more you can make. Now I'm talking about monetary gains again, but this is about getting your freedom back. This is about getting your control back. This is about you getting your time and your what is it, sovereignty back. You don't have to focus on what's going to happen if you don't get paid next month. You're not going to be able to, I would say that you still have problems, but you won't have the same problems where you're stuck because the government or the system is keeping you back. My point is, you can have freedom because of information, because of experience, because of something that you know that nobody else knows, because you have a hobby that you know slightly above average than the common person. Whatever it may be. Here's the clue. If you are having a problem right now that you are trying to get out of, you should document whatever you're saying to yourself, how you're feeling. You should document at the end of the day and just saying, this happened today. Go through the motions. You won't just have a emotional anchor that you can go back on and see the development that you've made. You can see the progress. Like me right now, I'm reviewing myself 3 years in the past. And I can see what huge leaps and bounds that I've made in my personal development, my mindset, my growth, my success, everything. I can see everything. I can put myself back in those thoughts. I remember when I saw that tree. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing this, you can put those emotions in time for you to go back and review them. Now, this is important because we're talking about marketing here now. If you are an authentic human being with value that you want to give to other people, then you need to be able to communicate to them at the place they're at. You need to be able to see how they are seeing the world. You need to be able to tell them, this is how it is. This is how you fix it. Now, I go back and I see this 3 years ago, and I know exactly what I was feeling. I was Googling how to make money online. I was walking around everywhere trying to find gigs. I was going into shops trying to see if I could be a graphic designer. I was trying to get marketing consultant jobs wherever the heck I could find them. I know how it feels. Now I know everything that I did wrong. I did not have a target audience. I did not know the pains of my target audience. I did not know what they're struggling with. I did not know what they desired. I did not know how to clearly communicate my value. I did not know how to copyright. I did not know how to advertise. I did not know how to put myself in front front of their faces when they were searching for their solution. Do you see what I'm meaning? If you're trying now to document where you are, and if you should find out that you want to build something in the future, then you have a vault that you can use to help the people who are in the situation that you are in right now. Not only that, but if you're doing this, you have to market yourself. You have to actually put yourself out there, which is the biggest struggle that most people that I work with today have. But if you continue to document this, you will get training in camera as well. You know how the camera works. You know how to communicate to the camera. You know that the camera is a friend. You can go in there and you can talk to the camera as if it was a person. And when you can do that on a webinar, 3 days ago, a client of us made 1.2 million crowns in 2 hours. That's about $100,000 in 2 hours. Do you know what he did? He simply spoke about the human universal pains that we all have. Focus on the positive. Know that you're worth it. Know that there is hope. You know, just do something hard in order to get something good. All those things that most people know. We all know that this is how it works. We know that if we want to get up early in the morning, we have to get up earlier in the morning. We know these things. But for some reason, when some people look at the camera in a very authentic way and they say that to you, and then at the end of that presentation, they say, well, now you can buy my stuff for X amount of money. Something happens. I just want you to really understand this. We are living in a time, and I mentioned this 3 years ago, which is insane. 3 years ago, I was mentioning the fact that we have the internet right now. We can talk to people on the other side of the planet, and still, the majority of the planet is still unaware that you can actually create your destiny. You can create whatever the heck you want. But most of us fail to see that. I've had discussions, I have had fights about this, where people are so stuck in their ways that they will rather suffer through a day where they get a paycheck at the end of a month instead of creating something that is aligned with their values, that is theirs, that is not giving away their time, that is creating freedom, that makes them see and do what they want to do. For some reason, the majority of people cannot see this. They do not want to understand that we are in an age that is unprecedented. Never before has it been like this. What does it take to slap people out of that? You know, my day today is filled with helping people realize that they're worth something. Helping them see that they can actually do something. And then telling them why it's a good idea to stay away from the news. It's a weird world. But that's the world we're living in. Well, that's it for me tonight. I have a plan. For those of you who miss the Tuesday shows, I do have a plan. I'm trying to create videos that is going to be very helpful for people. I want to answer questions. To do that, you have to ask questions. But, you know, I want to create videos that is going to add value to your life. Right? Now, I set up the Ancient Discord server a few days ago, and I'm still trying to structure that in a way that is going to benefit people. But I'm going to get back to that. And I'm just going to try to get to the habit of creating a video every week and then make those videos as valuable as I possibly can. And if you have anything that you're wondering about, if you think that I can help you with anything, if that is personal freedom, mindset, whatever. Some people come to me for spirituality, but to be truthful, I don't think that is spirituality. It's more of that quantum physics, cosmocentric thing. But hey, if it helps a lot of people. If I can help, ask a question, I will start making videos about these things. Because I don't want to make videos from my mind. I want to help make videos that is going to help you with yours. Make sense? Yeah. I still have to make that goddamn ending video. Have a fantastic day. Take care of your freaking family. And good night. You know, I don't know if that music works. So let's just jump straight to the end scene and then just see you next time.